Hey everyone, it's Anthony with another video here on single and placing. Hi everyone, and today, as you can see, we've got an unboxing. This is actually, if you couldn't tell from the the gradient packaging, this is kind of your classic Distracted by Diamonds, aka Patty Wax packaging. This is a Distracted by Diamonds canvas that I picked up on Amazon actually not too long ago. It was late last week and it got here kind of middle of this week. I think total shipping time was about 6 days, 5 days, maybe even less than that. And it is an old masters. I plan on doing this later on in the summer for the Summer with the Masters event that is being run by Diamonds and Washi and Tiny Worlds of Wonder. And so I'm wondering if Robin, the owner of Patty Wax and Distracted by Diamonds, sent this out extra fast so it would get here in time to start the event. But it did get here technically in time to start if I was to start on June 1st. But I have another canvas that I'm working on. It's Soul of the Rose, also by Distracted by Diamonds. I really am falling in love with that company. I have a number of their canvases and I check their website quite frequently for new releases and snag what I can because just from what I've done with Soul of the Rose thus far, the quality is kind of incredible. Let's go ahead and crack this open. So usually if you're just getting a single kit, it's going to come in this plastic. I don't know how many kits they can fit in here. I think I ordered one order that had 2 kits and that came in a box. So I think it just depends on how many kits you're picking up at a particular time is going to dictate what kind of packaging or outer packaging it comes in. But regardless, all of your kits are going to come in this cardboard box or one really similar with the Distracted by Diamonds logo, which I've always really loved that. And then I'm not sure if you could see from that far away, but today we are unboxing Zodiac by Alphonse Mucha. This has been a pretty hard to come by canvas from Distracted by Diamonds. I think that they were having I think they said that there was some issues with the labeling, so they had to reorder or get a replacement order from their manufacturer, which kind of left a lot of people hoping to get their hands on it in time for Summer with the Masters. But maybe it's coming in stock more frequently. I haven't seen it pop up since I ordered this, so I'm not sure how many they have left. But this is Zodiac, like I said, Alphonse Mucha, 1896. This is a square drill canvas, 62 by 70. So you're gonna get this box that has your diamond painting instructions on the back, and it's got this really cool kind of reflective pattern to it that's really interesting. Not sure how well you can see that, but yeah, let's go ahead and crack this open. If you're not familiar with the event, there is a diamond painting event that goes from June 1st to July 31st. The filming date of this is June 3rd. So it's been going on for a couple of days as of filming, but I don't know how long it'll take for this to go up. Might be a couple of weeks. So if you're seeing this kind of mid-June, we're probably a quarter of the way in, if not a little bit further. Please excuse the noise while I take this plastic off. Okay. It's an event that focuses on old masters, and essentially those are images or pieces of artwork that were released prior to 1927, I believe is a cutoff date. Anything before that falls into the public domain, so you can use those images freely without having to worry about copyright or trademark issues with the original artist. So this falls into that category, being from 1896, and I've just been falling in love with these old masters images. There's so much detail, and I love the ones that have these kind of earthy or kind of like autumn tones. I love a lot of different artwork, but for whatever reason, when I first started shopping for diamond paintings, I really wasn't focusing on that type of artwork, and then I started seeing more and more pieces, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And it almost comes more from there's so much history behind a lot of these pieces and behind the artist that it makes it even more interesting to work on a kit, because there's just that sense of I can only imagine, what it was like at the time. And I don't know, I get really excited about it. So it's something that, I've started to develop a love for even before, purchasing Soul of the Rose obviously was one of them, and working on that kit has just been such a blast. And now I just keep looking at more and more old masters, and I keep picking them up. So this kit is going to be one that I will be working on during the summer with the Masters event. It's this Soul of the Rose, and then if you haven't seen, I've got a third one called the Red Gate of Hongo in Snow from Uniquely Yours Down Under that I've already done a full unboxing and kitting up of. So I'm going to do Soul of the Rose first, then the Red Gate of Hongo, and then we'll finish the summer with this. So let's take a look. Inside, you're going to get your diamond painting pen or your drill pen. You've got your single placer here that allows you to place one diamond at a time. And then we flip it over to the other side, and this looks like it might be a 5 placer, maybe 6. I'm not exactly sure. I don't use multi-placers that large. I've only gone up to 4. But there's a multi-placer on this end, so that'll allow you to place multiple drills at a time. You also have a Distracted by Diamonds branded dual-sided drill tray, which is really cool. So you can flip this over and do 2 colors in it. And you can also kind of use it for storage, which is really neat. You're also going to get your Distracted by Diamonds branded washi tape, which is kind of my favorite to use right now. I've used it on Soul of the Rose, and I started using it on one other kit just to kind of start prepping it for kitting up. And then you've got 1 plate of your pink wax. This is the wax that you use to apply into your diamond painting pen that creates the stickiness that allows you to grip those drills or diamonds. So that's what you get here is a dual tray, your single placer, multi-placer pen, washi tape, and some wax. You don't get tweezers in this, so something to keep in mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and crack this open. Once again, this is a 62 by 70 centimeter canvas and really sturdy canvas material. It doesn't have that softness that you might see in other brands like Diamond Art Club. It doesn't have that soft feel, but it feels very sturdy, which is great, really strong canvas. You have the scalloped and serged or kind of punched edges to prevent fraying around the edge. You will see some on the opposite side where it hasn't been finished, but I noticed that a little bit on my Soul of the Rose canvas, but it hasn't frayed any further. Oh my gosh. Wow, I didn't do any kind of reveal for that. Let me roll it backwards real quick. Oh, this canvas is extra flexible. Wow. Okay. It's almost like a soft kind of, it almost feels like a linen because it's got so much flex into it. From what I understand, Distracted by Diamonds only uses poured glue canvases, which allows you to, it has some more flexibility and resiliency. So you can see I was able to roll that backwards just to get it to lie a little bit flat. This is interesting. You see where the canvas got snipped. That's not the prettiest. I'm probably going to try to frame this, so that'll be a non-issue for me, but that's not the prettiest finish I've seen. And I can see that there's quite a bit of fuzz and fray on the edges. I haven't experienced that with with my other Distracted by Diamonds canvases that I've opened. So, but I don't think that'll be a quality issue from the sense of the actual painting itself, but something to be aware of. Cool. We almost have the whole thing in frame. You've got a pretty good understanding. So we'll kind of do that, and then I'll roll it up as we talk, or I'll move it up as we talk about it. So this is amazing. So you've kind of got the woman in the foreground, and in the background you have all of your zodiac symbols behind her. So you've got the actual symbol, and then as well as the animal or creature, what have you, that's assigned to that particular zodiac symbol. And you don't get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you almost get all of them. It looks like some of them are obscured by her, but you get the majority of them, which is really cool. So you've kind of got this clock of the zodiac symbols, this really interesting pattern, and then she's got a headpiece on that has a lot of detail, these earrings, and then kind of some flowy hair and a wonderful kind of chest piece or kind of part of her dress or gown or shirt is there towards the bottom. So just, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It immediately called to me as being a good canvas to give my friend Dom. You might have seen or heard her on one of my one of my kitting up videos. Oh, sorry, no, one of my whip-in chats was a whip-in chat with friends where Dom came and talked to us a little bit about her jewelry Etsy shop that I believe she's launching very soon. We also chatted about kind of her business, Divine Wild Progress, and some other stuff. And she just is very into, you know, astrology charts, and she's just got some witchy vibes about her too. And this just gave me Dom vibes the second I saw it, and I knew I had to pick it up for her. And I have another canvas that was supposed to be for her, quote unquote, but I think this is the one that kind of spoke to me as like being very Dominique centric. So we have 55 colors here, square drill. So you've got your color, your number in order, your color code, and then your DMC list. Once again, it looks like we got a little haphazard. You can see it kind of got surged and scalloped like right over that color code. So once again, not detrimental to the canvas, but it is some of those finer details of just kind of cleanliness that can sometimes be something to note. Again, on this side as well, it looks like we cut it a little close to the edge there. So I'm not sure if they were, you know, kind of scrambling to get these put together properly to get them back out and released to Distracted by Diamonds so they were available in time. But yeah, just between that kind of cut up there at the top, some of that frayed edging and some of the where it kind of got cut off where the scalloped was, it looks a little rushed, but the actual drill field itself, no issues. So let's take a look at the drill quality, or the drill field quality, and the clarity of the symbols, so we can kind of get up close. This looks very similar to what I saw with the Soul of the Rose canvas. Not a lot of issues there. I can say that they don't, the symbols don't look quite as crisp on the white. The white symbols look just a little bit fuzzy. Like these are supposed to be hearts, and they're, I mean, I can tell they're hearts, and I'm expecting them to be hearts just because they look similar to the Soul of the Rose canvas, but they're not quite as crisp as the Soul of the Rose canvas. Those white symbols are a little bit blurry here. So something to keep in mind, still legible. I don't think you'll have too much of an issue, but I could see that if you can see this deeper green is the heart. That could get confusing with 44, which is a triangle. And let's see if I can find some of those. Let me see. Let me pull you off screen for just a moment while I search for that. Triangle, let's see. Oh, here they are. Okay. So there's the triangle, if you can. Oh my gosh, I'm like making a mockery of this. So there's the triangle where my thumb is. And then here's the heart, that darker one. So you can see how that might get a little bit confusing, but overall, not too bad. If you've worked on a Distracted by Diamonds canvas, or if you worked on Soul of the Rose, it looks like the symbols match the colors. No, that's a lie. But the 310 definitely does, because that looks very familiar. So yeah, I just love the detail here. One thing that I think Distracted by Diamonds excels at, among a lot of other things, is their renderings and how much detail they're able to get into a particular size. So I'm fascinated by this. It is going to be a lot of confetti, but I'm looking forward to watching it come together. We do have some color blocking here in the skin tone and in the hair, but all of this is going to be... That's why it's kind of the one I'm going to finish with, because if I end up getting frustrated with it, I don't want it to overtake all summer with me struggling with it. You know, if it runs into fall, that's fine, but I'd love to have a complete or a finished canvas by the time this event is over. So here's our drills. They're in a drill bag that isn't as cellophane feeling. It's more thicker plastic, so which means less overall crinkle, which is nice. So we've got our 55 colors here. I'm not kitting this up today. I may be kitting it up here in the next week or so, but let's go ahead and just run through our colors in no particular order just to see what we've got going on here. So we'll start with some of the basics. We've got our 310, which is a black. And then let's grab these different shades of orange. So this is 722. These are all kind of shades of peachy orange, but some of them are a little bit more neon, some are more pumpkin. 3825. 970, really bright orange. I'm loving this color palette. It's giving me autumn vibes. So even if I don't finish this until the fall, it might kind of make sense. 721, 608, awesome. 3340. Okay, let's see what else might be considered an orange. There's plenty to go around. Okay, let's see. 356, definitely more of like a peachy color. 606, more on the red side. Sorry for shaking you there. 351, kind of almost a pinky peach. 350, slightly more red. 921, definitely more of that autumn hue that you'd expect to see. 900. 3830, which is more of like a burnt orange, almost more reddish pink. Okay, let's just crank through the rest of these. I'm not really good about like, oh, this looks like a blah. Like, I'm not good at like matching the color with an item. And in fact, I didn't realize that DMC colors actually have like color names until I pulled up, I was Googling DMC color codes this weekend or this past week because I wanted to know how many are in existence. It seems like there's right around 500, but they actually have names like extra deep green or, you know, that type of thing. So I might want to start committing that to memory or put something on the wall in front of us that way as I go through them, I can call out the actual color as opposed to like just making up whatever food or item I think it looks like. I think that might be more practical or helpful for people. So I might print off that DMC list next time I do an unboxing, but we'll see. 919, 920, 3064, 977, I love that. 436, 301, 3776. Let's see what else we've got here. I'm just kind of doing these in bunches now. 779, 3773, 3863, 3859, 3860, 3862. Cool. And if you're watching this and you haven't checked out any of my other kitting ups or any other videos, this is your first video that you're watching here on Single and Placing, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to, you know, like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell if you want to be reminded when videos go live. I try to do at least 1 or 2 a week. And then also, one thing that I've been asking in the past couple of videos and haven't got a clear answer on is, are DMC colors set in stone? Is there a set number of them, or do they add them, new colors every year, every few years? What does the evolution of that look like? Because in my perfect world, I'm going to have a storage container system that has 1 slot for every color in the DMC list, but I don't know if I want to do that if it's constantly changing or evolving. So if you know the answer to that, make sure to leave it in the comments or share that question around and see if you can drum up some answers on your end. 838, just a classic dark brown. 760, 347, 3722, 3721, 3858, 918. I should have also been counting to make sure I had them all, but we will do that in the kitting up video. 777, 3856, 934. I really love that kind of deep forest green. 3799, another one of my favorite colors, a darker kind of slate gray. 3770, 161. So many colors. This is going to be great. I love it. Oops, there's a straggler. Put you there for now, buddy. Okay. 3861, 3779, 3041, 154. Beautiful kind of purple. Love it. 152, 3787. I think that's where this one came from. Or where that one. Nope. This is too light. Okay, I'll have to find the home for that. Okay. 3727, 754, 745, trying to trip me up, 315, Wow, there's so many colors. Okay, 340, almost done. 3834, 823, 3743, and last one, 3839. Now, let's see. I might skip past this, but I'm thinking, since these colors are also unique, well, these oddball colors outside of the oranges, this is kind of like a really light sage, but I should be able to identify it. And my thought is it's probably not even a color in this kit. It was just a straggler from somewhere else. And that looks like that's exactly what happened. This does not match. This is almost like a light sage green. I don't see it. So this guy's going in the trash pile. Okay, so that's that. I really wanted to quickly touch on the fact that they give you a big old sheet of release paper. I believe it's only one release side down, so you want to be mindful of where you're placing it. You can cut this up, but you want to put it shiny side down because that's the waxed side or the coated side. So you don't want to use the paper side. It'll be a mess. So there's that. They also give you this big sticker sheet. So we've got a bunch of information on Zodiac by Alphonse Mucha. They talk a little bit about their Etsy shop and how they value diversity in their artwork and licensing and making sure that artists are compensated. Then you also have your color list here, all 55 colors, and these are actually individually done stickers, if you can kind of see that. So each of those can be peeled off and placed directly on your containers. So I'll probably use those for my containers. The only time that I trip up with that is my containers typically won't hold an entire giant bag like this. So I end up having to put one container with the sticker and the rest are handwritten. And I just don't think it looks as clean. It's very nitpicky, but sometimes I think there was one kit that I did where I didn't even use this. I just hand wrote everything because I didn't want a mix of handwritten and stickers, but that's a personal preference. Otherwise, you can absolutely use these. So yeah, that's that. This is a big old sticker sheet. I think this is the first time that I might have seen them all individual like this from Distracted by Diamonds. Usually it's just one big sticker. Here's my one for Soul of the Rose, which don't mind the, I think I was like eating chicken like on a break, and then my greasy old hands got all over it. But this is a sticker sheet that I could have cut these all up and used them on the containers, but I just hand wrote them all. So that's that. That is Zodiac by Alphonse Mucha. That's a 62 by 70 centimeter square drill canvas, 55 colors that I find absolutely gorgeous. I hope that Distracted by Diamonds might get another shipment of these or has some more launches planned for this canvas, because I think this is an excellent option for summer with the masters. If you are still trying to decide on a kit to pick to use over the next to work on over the next couple months, or if you're looking to pick up a secondary canvas to work on, you are not obligated to work on a brand new start with this event. You can pick something that is within that Old Masters category that you started maybe last year or at any time really. I entered it with Soul of the Rose, and that canvas is probably a little bit more than half done already because I started it about a week and a half before the official event start date. So I'm going to crank through that, hopefully get that done in the next couple of weeks or maybe week if I really push for it. Move on to the Red Gate of Hongo in Snow, which is a relatively large canvas that'll probably get me through maybe another month, so mid-July. And then the last 2 weeks of the event, I'll try to get as far as I can on this, just as a nice way to finish up the summer. So that's kind of my plan. If anything changes, I'll be sure to let you know. But let me know if this is a canvas that you have worked on, or if a kit that you've worked on either from Distracted by Diamonds or done as a custom and done a custom order of this image, since this is an image that would be available to you to do that. Otherwise, any other questions, comments specific to the event, which, like I said, go to Diamonds and Washi and Tiny Worlds of Wonder for all the details. They are the hosts of the event. They also have a Facebook group, Diamonds and Washi has a Facebook group called Diamonds and Emeralds, where there's a lot of chatter about this particular event. So you can hop on there and get some more info too. But whatever info I do have, I'm happy to share it. So shoot questions my way too. So should you so choose. I'm getting all caught up in my words. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone in the community taking time to engage with me on social media, be it on Facebook or on YouTube, asking questions, kind of creating a little bit of a fun channel here where we get to talk about a lot of different stuff, and be on the lookout for additional content, more unboxings, ideally once a week for those, whip-in chats, some tips and tricks on kitting up and that type of thing. But just stay tuned and feel free to share this channel with friends, family members, or anyone that you think might find value from this content. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate any feedback that you might have. Thanks again, and as always, happy placing. Bye, 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 bye.